Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien on the morning of Wednesday, Hump Day, December 27, 2023, with a special uh, commentary for you Americans and uh, people like me, which have a permanent visa here in the United States as a resident alien of Panama. I don't have one for being an illegal alien from another planet because they don't issue that yet here. But on your illegal alien situation, Americans, and I use that term loosely, Americans, because you guys are just a hodgepodge of all the Tom, Dick, and Harrys you allowed in here. President Biden he's got his top two guys meeting with the Mexican representatives today on how to do the illegal alien situation across the border. Uh, I guess the southern states can't handle those 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 25,000 people coming through that border. Yeah, Mexico can't handle them. They don't want them in their territory either. So they're pushing them over to the United States. I can't blame Mexico, can you? The person to blame is the U.S. itself. You guys are the persons to blame. You're the one that keeps on telling them, oh, come over here. You can live your life the way you want it. You can have your religion the way you want it. And there's no exceptions to the rule. Really? And then you get enclaves over here. You know, if you're from the South American and Central American countries and Mexicans, you get barrios. Yeah. You got Koreatown, and you got Chinatown. The Japanese, the Yakuza is pretty much established here in the United States now. So are the Tongs. Oh, yeah. You know. And the Triads, they're established here. The Italian Mafia, well, it had its day, but it's not as good as the other guys. They're taking advantage of it. The Jewish people have established enclaves, and they're becoming a force, both economically and politically. Yeah, the Muslims are just a little bit behind. The Asians, they're just a little bit behind, but they're gaining ground on both the Jewish and the Muslims and the Latins. Heck, the African Americans at one time were the biggest minority in the United States. Now they're going to end up either third or fourth because they had their chance and they blew it. And you got these other enclaves coming in and taking advantage of it. The United States government is a disaster. And why is it? Because they're a minority in their own country. Boy. What you have to do, Americans, is tell the truth to the other nations. We can no longer handle any more immigration here, at least for the next decade. Okay? So close your borders for 3 years. Still have visas on your regular embassies, but no visas allowed at the border. You have to go to the U.S. embassies in the capital cities of each country that you have an embassy in. And sure, that's going to take a long time, but then again, you can slow it down. And the only activity you have between the borders of Mexico and Canada will be commercial and political that you need there. Okay? People with established visas can still go in and out. But persons that don't have an established visa, they have to go to the embassy at the capital city of that country and apply for it. And it took me 3 years to get mine in Panama. And I went to school in the U.S. Canal Zone. So why should I be not counted as, I could be saying, hey, it took me 3 years to get my American visa. Yeah? Really? Hey, 3 years is good enough. I mean, they had enough time to check me out and everything there. But you know the U.S. political system, it's a disaster. Oh, yeah, this guy's been here. They just stamp it on it and we'll let him in and then we'll find out what he does. Just like Mrs. Pelosi used to say, pass the bill and then we'll check it later. Yeah, boy, did that go good, didn't it? Well, that's what your immigration policy is. Check them in and we'll find out later, and then we don't know what the states or the cities, what kind of problems they're going to have with them, but hey, that's their business, not ours. We just pass them in. Yeah, kind of like the governor of Texas, Mr. Abbott. Oh, just take some planes and fly them out, put them in Chicago, put them in New York City. Well, that I can understand his point because I would do the same thing. Hey, these are the sanctuary cities, they say. There comes a point, people, where you have to draw a line. And you're way beyond that red line. You have no choice now but to say, I'm sorry, but we can't accept no more, illegal aliens or any more visas, but don't go that far on the visas. Still keep on applying for the visas because it takes a long time to get one. In the United States, you're one of the slowest countries for visas. You know that? Whoa, boy. Yeah. You know, I could apply for a French visa and get it. Hello. But an American visa, 3 years. And that was back in 78 when I got the visa approved in December to come into the United States in February of 1979. Same for my sister 4 years earlier in 1975. Yeah, it took her a long time. Yeah. Kind of like my mother went down to Panama and she forgot that she left in the United States military base from the Canal Zone. And when she went down to Panama, she had hell to pay because she didn't register nothing. Her exit from the country and all kinds of stuff. Oh boy, did they get her. Yeah. Oh, well, see, that's what people have to realize. If you're a resident alien, you got to make sure that you're in compliance with your nation. But if you are an American naturalized citizen, you're still going to be second banana. You know, paper American, but at least you get a citizenship that says American, which kind of, in some cases, is good, in other cases, is bad. Because there's a lot of countries that hate you, and they say, hey, no, not another American. And you go, let's shoot them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So is it worth that? To me, it wasn't. So I said, no, I'd rather keep mine, do this, do that. But I'd never been to my country except to visit a couple of times, 2001, 2004, and 2005. In 2004, my grandfather died. 2005, I went to see my grandmother because my half-brother was supposed to be taking care of her, and he was doing a lousy job. But anyway, oh boy. But I never sent any money down there, and you shouldn't be. You made a promise to the United States that you're going to be a resident alien, and you should be here. So Americans, what I say is your country should shut the border down to any future immigrant. If you want to immigrate, you get your visa from the capital city of the home country with the U.S. Embassy, and you wait until the number is called, which may be 1 or 3 years, mostly 3 years. But that is tough because it's you trying to go to another country. You just can't go in there and walk your way through that country and say, I am here, so let me have all your services, and you pay for it, and I don't. Yeah, really? But you Americans, that's what you do, and then your own citizens suffer for it. Do you want that? Really? And I'm not anti or pro-immigration here. It's just to the point where the United States has gotten to, they had no choice but to shut down for 3 years at least the border to any new immigrants. The only way you can get through is if you got a visa approved by the Embassy of the United States at your capital city of that country. And for the 25 million or so that are here illegally, they should register with the ICE. And ICE has no way of touching them until their case is adjudicated. So then they should be issued a special card, ID card. I am an illegal alien here, temporarily approved by the United States till my case is adjudicated. Therefore, I'm allowed to work. I'm allowed to pay taxes to the United States. I'm not allowed to send money to any foreign country. So no money outside the United States for the time that my case is being adjudicated. If you become a resident alien, you still shouldn't be allowed to send money outside the United States because you're a resident alien. You made that bargain. You said that this is your adopted country and you have no responsibilities to any other country there. Okay? And if you want to become a second class or paper American, that's up to you. That decision is on your hands. But for the 25 million, like I said, their case should be there. And when you get pay from the pay, you don't pay for Social Security. You pay for a illegal alien fund that should cover your medical. You also have another fund that should cover your disability in there. So you're getting deductions just like you would for Social Security, Medicare, and disability, another fund that you have to do. So you're still getting money taken out of your paycheck, just like a normal American will. And the employer, unfortunately, has to match them on the 940 form. I think this is a just thing to do. There's more to do to this. This is just an outline. But in order to get this to work right, you have a lot of T's and I's to cross here between the federal government, the state government, and the city government. And the private sector. Okay? But this is up to you, Americans. You got to this point. It's up to the time that you tell your U.S. government, especially your president, we have no choice but to close our borders to new immigration for 3 years. If you want to apply to immigrate to the United States, you go to our embassy in that capital city of whatever country it is. But if you try to cross the border, you're going to be deported back to that country at their expense. Period. This is your favorite alien. Good day.